Good morning, everyone. I'm Ron Hess, CEO of RadSupport, a large data medical company. The big data opportunity in medicine and medical imaging is mammography, because most women over 40 get screening exams done on a regular basis. Our AI deep learning team has been focused on this project from the beginning. We have over 100 years of medical experience on our team. We've got bright young engineers, and we've got critical access to data. It's been shown that mammography screening decreases breast cancer deaths, but the cost is increased false positives, so that stress is increased, there are expensive additional testing and possible biopsy. Despite some of the initial data that suggested that computer-aided detection was really helpful, what we found is false positives increased, and there was little improvement in cancer detection. The RadSupport system starts at the mammogram capture machine, where image files are captured and sent to servers, and then they're analyzed and abnormalities are localized. That information is sent almost instantaneously to the mammographer at the radiologist at the mammography center. Current mammography CAD has been written by humans. It's set in stone. The RadSupport deep learning framework learns continuously from new data. So the more data we get, the better the performance. A recent test of our prototype showed that our sensitivity and specificity data is better than the current market-leading CAD R2 image checker that's owned by Hologic. Our false positive rate was 26% lower than the R2 image checker. This is a visual representation that shows median radiologist performance. Hologic is more sensitive than iCAD, but at the price of false positives. The RadSupport prototype is more specific, and as we get more data, it'll continue to improve until it surpasses human performance. Getting access to data is very difficult in the highly protected medical data environment that includes not just the legal protections, but also the culture. We've got access to data and now have 26 live sites across the US. We're in discussions with larger organizations. FDA approval for the last two mammography CADs was within 6 months of submission. The testing itself required about 5 months, so we're looking at a pre-market approval process that's going to occur in a modest period of time. Robert Foley, who is one of the original Roberts in R2 image checker that we've been discussing, has agreed to be available to us for FDA regulatory issues. He had a lot of difficulty getting the image checker done when, it was over a decade ago that they got that through the FDA. This is a $300 million market. We're a SaaS model with no capital expenditure required. Our estimates are a 5-year revenue at $80 million. That market expands considerably once we surpass human performance. The image checker and iCAD CAD systems are going to be replaced by AI approaches. There are other people in the deep learning space. IBM recently stumbled in its relationship with MD Anderson, and Analytic had a lot of difficulty getting access to data and changed some of its planned targets. We've got state-of-the-art technology. We've got access to data. We anticipate a pre-submission meeting to the FDA in the next quarter, and during this time we'll continue to acquire more data, and our performance will continue to improve. A number of our expert team trained at Stanford, including our CTO Gunhan, who published on deep learning and mammography while he was still in the Stanford Cancer Imaging Program. Anmol also recognized this early and developed his own early experiments with mammography CAD. Brad knows almost everything about some of the complex radiology file formatting issues. Hari is an honors grad from Caltech and Columbia, and Skanda trained at Stanford and worked for NVIDIA. So we were really proud of this team. We're raising $850 convertible note, 6% interest, 20% discount, $5 million cap, plan a Series A of $5 million in the first quarter of next year. If you want to be part of the deep learning revolution that has already swept across the planet and is going to change the course of history, you cannot find a better investment in the medical space than RadSupport. Thank you. We'd be happy to talk to anybody.